welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking to throw, it's Moss. He's got him in the flat. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught on the outside, it's Hudson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the tackle. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's reeled in. It's good. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Power football with the run. The Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball up.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's McNamara. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Plows through the defense. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big plays.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the wall, and this time he finds the water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Fires one high and deep. Underneath toast of coverage. Got it deep downfield. He's off to the races. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Trojans hit it quickly to the line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run beat coming into this one and how they've been playing it to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this in order to be successful.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Scanning the field, it's McNamara. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Freedom, 42 Spider, 4-2 Spider.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Yes, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
Okay, ready?
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Gonna take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was incomplete, but I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking the shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Pass on the way out. It's kicked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's McNamara. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's marked. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Trojans send out the punt unit. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it at the 30. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Got it
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Back to throw, it's McNamara. Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield to the break. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's McNamara. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And oftentimes running backs love to practice because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling the pass, the quarterback's selling the pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-lines rush free upfield. And now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Firing to the right, complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to move.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. A nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Got him, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man, it's McNamara. He threw that one with some serious heat. His senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll try to pound their way in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
Yankee Blue, alert!
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. The Trojans get it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Looking for a man. It's Moss. Makes his connection. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Makes the catch along the sideline and steps out of bounds.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense are hoping the run fix can slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The short hands, it's Branch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm running more DBs on the field. I'm running more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
The give to the tailback. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, we want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They'll immediately call timeout. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Back to pass, it's McNamara. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And now the lead is extended to the front. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the big fella, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll run it from the gun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Trying to get to it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Yankee blue.
Back to pass, it's McNamara. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as